Climate change is one of the most dangerous issues we face today. In order to limit the global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius, the global greenhouse emissions need to be reduced by 2030. Around 90 countries have solid plans for achieving net zero emissions. However, currently they are not on track. If current greenhouse gas emissions are continued, there will be a 3 degrees Celsius increase in the global temperatures. There are solutions present, such as the UN SDG 13 climate action and the Paris Agreement. However, there is another unique and possible solution: Taoism. The ideals of Taoism is what is inspiring many Taoists to take action on the issue of climate change. Taoism promotes the idea of harmony and simplicity with nature and guides Taoists and other people to take action to address climate change.
Taoism, religion based on living balance with the Tao, which means the way or the path. The founder of the Taoism, Master Lao Tzu, is mainly recognized for creating the Tao Te Ching over 2,000 years ago. Deep insights about the nature of the self, the universe, the meaning of life are provided by the Tao Te Ching. Essentially, Taoism teaches that there is an ultimate force called the Tao that ties everything together. Instead of struggling with life, Taoism promotes a way called Wu Wei, which means non-action. Wu Wei advocates going with the flow of life and encourages living in harmony without necessary effort and finding peace in nature. In Tao Te Ching, it says not exalting the gifted prevents quarreling, not collecting treasures prevents stealing, not saying desirable things prevents confusion of the heart. The wise therefore rule by emptying hearts and stuffing bellies, by weakening ambitions and strengthening bones. If men lack knowledge and desire, then clever people will not try to interfere. If nothing is done, then all will be well. Tao Te Ching verse 3. This verse suggests that people can avoid conflict by not pursuing their desires or actions. Rather, Taoism encourages contentment and simplicity, suggesting that people can live in harmony by letting go of their desires. Yin and Yang is also a way Taoism promotes, which stands for harmony of opposites. Yang is a symbol for light, while Yin is associated with darkness, passivity. It teaches us the balance and harmony in life by understanding that opposites complement each other. This serves as an example of people in order to achieve harmony. They have to embrace both the positive and the negative things. Finally, Pu symbolizes nature, simple and honest. Pu comes from the meaning of things in the nature state. Taoists believe that people best live in harmony with Tao when things get simpler, so they try to make life simple. All in all, Taoism gives a way to find inner peace and our place in the universe through its teachings, rituals, and physical practices such as Qigong and Tai Chi.
What is climate change? Climate change is when the temperature, climate, and weather patterns change over an extended period of time. However, over the past few decades, climate change has become a pressing issue due to human activities causing the change to come faster than it is supposed to. One of the most damaging human activities causing climate change is the burning of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are burned for industrial and energy demands. This is harmful because burning fossil fuels releases more carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases than necessary into the atmosphere, causing rising global temperatures. Quote, the average temperature of the Earth's surface is now about 1.1 degrees Celsius warmer than it was in the late 1800s, before the Industrial Revolution, and warmer than at any time in the last 100,000 years. The last decade, 2011 to 2020, was the warmest on record, and each of the last 4 decades has been warmer than any previous decade since 1850. End quote. Climate change, paragraph 2. A couple more harmful human activities are transportation, infrastructure, and deforestation. Transportation, such as cars and airplanes, contribute to releasing more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Consequences of detrimental human activities are flooding, rising sea levels, droughts, famine, increasing numbers of storms and wildfires, polar ice caps melting, and the extinction of organisms. this causes more health issues in our human population. Rising sea levels and other weather-related catastrophes are displacing many communities, both human and animal. Action to stop further harmful climate change needs to start being taken seriously, as it's a very pressing issue for the future of our planet.
Master Lun Tak Hua highlights a major disruption in the relationship between humanity and nature. In Climate and Health, the Taoist perspective of resonance between heaven and mankind, emphasizing that the current climate crisis is a direct result of prolonged human intervention. Lung argues that in order to inspire sustained dedication to environmental preservation, this circumstance requires a fundamental reconstruction of our perception of and relationship with nature. Caring for the nature environment is equivalent to loving your body. Climate and Health, page 4. Taoist methods, which embodies the philosophy of living in harmony with nature, encourage the use of environmentally friendly incense sacrifices and furnaces to minimize waste and air pollution. The New York article, China's Religious Revival Fuels Environmental Activism, Arpa Yang used ancient Taoist texts to address the current pollution crisis and built an environmentally friendly temple at a cost of $17.7 million. He highlights the barren terrain and contaminated skies to highlight the pressed need for action. Under his direction, the Mao Mountain Taoist monks, who represents Taoist environmentalism, promotes ecological awareness and sustainability living. This way of thinking emphasizes harmony with nature and calls for swift actions to address the underlying causes of environmental degradation. Taoism offers a framework for addressing climate change through all-encompassing plans for environmental preservation, proving its ongoing relevance in efforts.
Taoism isn't just a religion that preaches about nature and peace. Its members are also people who advocate for change, specifically regarding climate change and the environment. In the Taoist temples of China and Taiwan, a few important traditions are burning paper money and incense sticks. As important as these traditions are, many temples have now realized that these practices are very harmful to the climate and environment. The delicate balance, or yin-yang, between humans and nature was disrupted, and that balance needed to be re-established. As a result, about 120 temples in China decided that something needed to be done about the issue, and so the Qinling Agreement of the Taoist Ecological Protection Network was founded in 2006. These temples have begun addressing the issue by making changes around them. Before, visitors were allowed any number of incense sticks to burn, but now each visitor is strictly allowed only 3. They also started to use clean energy such as solar energy and biofuels. To battle erosion and deforestation, many are planting trees, and volunteers pick up litter. Some temples have built educational centers to inspire more people to take direct action. For instance, Luguan Tai Temple built the Tiejia Taoist Ecology Temple. When building such new infrastructure, the Taoist monks build around the trees, rocks, and other natural formations instead of destroying them. Yang Shihua, the head of Maoshan's monastery, said, quote, "We call our practice, let the roads, houses, and walls give way to the trees," end quote. Why do Taoists care? They care because of the Tao. This force is very interconnected with nature, and so when nature is harmed, it means a very important part of the religion is being negatively affected. Yin-yang, meaning balance, is also an important concept, and since the yin-yang between humanity and nature is off, they care about re-establishing this delicate balance. These Taoist temples may not be changing major laws about climate change yet, but they are on the right track by doing their part and inspiring those around them through leading by example. Wu Wei is one of Taoism's central principles. Even though the concept of Wu Wei means inaction, it doesn't mean that Taoists can't make any changes at all. Rather than making large changes such as passing laws, they do their part by leading through examples and making small but important changes. To be specific, a lot of Taoist temples have adopted more preventive actions for climate change, such as using clean energy. As such, Taoist temples have moved from a policy of strict inaction to setting an example by endorsing sustainable practices via programs such as the Taoist Ecological Protection Network's Kinling Agreement. Considering Taoism's strong ties to nature through the Tao and its emphasis on yin and yang, or balance, it makes sense why Taoists are taking action against climate change by not disturbing the delicate environment.
In conclusion, Taoism provides insightful guidance in the face of rising climate situations, promoting harmony and simplicity with nature as a means of reducing environmental harm. Taoism offers a significant and useful solution to the pressing ecological issues of our day by emphasizing taking little steps and synchronizing with nature's cycles in the fight against climate change. Taoism, which believes in the power of gradual improvement, encourages people to make small but meaningful changes in their lives to lower their carbon emissions. For example, burning candles and paper money for ancestors is a common practice in Chinese and Taiwanese traditions, but it has a significant negative impact on the environment. Several Taoist temples in China and Taiwan have realized this and reduced the use of carbon-intensive products like candles and paper money. Temples that are part of the Kinling Agreement use renewable energy like solar-powered lighting, plant trees to stop deforestation, organize volunteer trash pickups, and provides visitors with environmental educations. Let the roads, houses, and walls give way to the trees, says Taoist Master Yang, capturing this change and emphasizing the value of simplicity and sustainability. The practical approach of Taoism's advocacy of natural wisdom and simplicity is particularly useful in these uncertain times of environmental uncertainty. Thank you.